Hi everybody, this is Red Hill Eagle and welcome back to TEW2020, the Invasion Angle. This is episode 8, I think it's 8. The thumbnail I tell you. But yes, we've got an episode of Nitro. And it kicks off with an angle from Booker T, and it's an interview. Well, not so much an interview, it's a promo in the ring, and he's just talking about that, he'll be back in action soon. He's recovering from injury, or he has been recovering from injury. He's virtually there, could be back as early as next week, and he aims to stay at the top of the tree for a long time to come. Rating of 66. But then he's interrupted by Rob Van Dam. He's not been in the company for long, but he comes out here and wants to approach the champion. And he just says that he wants to be the first to get a title shot when Booker T returns and is ready to defend his world championship. Ric Flair then comes out and he says to RVD, well, he talks to Booker T as well, and he says, Booker, you're a great champion. You have it in you to become one of the best champions this company's ever seen, one of the best world champions of all time. You're not there yet. You're certainly no Ric Flair, but you've got potential. And if people like Rob Van Dam, who's been here for 5 minutes, thinks he can come along and challenge for the world title, then he's got another thing coming. But I'll tell you what we'll do. You meet me in the ring tonight, and if you win, I think Booker should give you a shot at the title. A rating of 78. I knew Rick would do it. Match action kicks off with Buff Bagwell taking on Dustin Rhodes, and about that had decent reaction but subpar wrestling. Dustin Rhodes defeated Buff Bagwell in 9 minutes 2 seconds by pinfall with a bulldog, and that's a rating of 56. It's just to get Dustin on the card really, and Buff to some extent. I mean, I'm not looking at pushing Buff too much, but with such a small roster, we kind of need to keep everybody relevant at the moment. We then have a graphic on screen, and it talks about next week Abyss will make his debut in WCW. Rating of 22. Ernest Miller then takes on the Prototype. We knew that we would have the Prototype making his debut today. And he doesn't defend anything. He defeats Miller in 8 minutes 42 by pinfall with a Proto Bomb. And that's a rating of 28. Didn't expect much. Both of these guys are unimportant, but it's just to get the Prototype a debut. I could have looked at giving Prototype a victory against someone higher up in the card than him, but there wasn't really anyone relevant that I kind of wanted to upset. The only one that came to mind possibly was Kurt Hennig, but I'm not ready for Kurt to start jobbing to complete unknowns, and at the moment that's what the Prototype is. Anyone who knows their wrestling history knows that the Prototype is John Cena, so we do have him. I wanted to change his photo and everything. I wanted to change his picture because I want it to be a case of he comes in with a mask, eventually he'll go away and come back as John Cena, probably when the invasion's over and either WCW or WWF come out on top and there's one company again, but for the moment he's the Prototype. Another graphic on screen for next week. Diamond Dallas Page is in action. Rating of 61. Kevin Nash then takes on Johnny the Bull. 59 rated match. Not great. Good heat and decent wrestling though. Nash gets the win, of course he does, against Johnny the Bull in 8 minutes 35 by pinfall with a jackknife powerbomb. This was just to get Nash on the card. He, along with Flair, are our only stars, so kind of need to always have them on the card, to be honest, because we have 2 stars and everybody else is well known, recognisable or unimportant. So until we sort of fix that, WCW is kind of very short on anyone with a decent level of pop. But yeah, 59, Kevin Nash getting some momentum here with another victory. Booker T is then backstage, and he's trying to approach Shane as he did last week. He wants to talk to Shane, You know, Shane, I need to talk to you. Shane's just too busy. Just Booker, I'm really sorry. I've got to go. I know you want to talk to me. You know, send me an email. Send me an email. Hang on, what year is this? 2001. Yeah, emails existed. Send me an email. I can't at the moment. I've got a really important meeting. This could be big. This could be big for WCW. Okay, I just need you to, just bear with me. And he just dashes off. A rating of 58. Jindrak and Stasiak then have a tag team encounter against Damien Steele and Ivan Karagias. I really hope I'm pronouncing that right. And it's Jindrak and Stasiak getting the win in 6 minutes 55. A mark of excellence performed by Mark Jindrak, and then gets the pin over Karagias. Rating of 46. This was just to get a tag team match on the card. We don't have many tag teams. I do want to fix that, but again, we need more people on the roster, and I don't want to go stealing from WWF. I don't want to do that mix yet. These are two separate companies, and we're kind of trying to build WCW again to a level where we can have a proper invasion. So it is what it is at the moment. Gene Okerlund then interviews Kurt Hennig. It's a rating of 43. I didn't really expect much. There's not a lot going on here, really. I just wanted to get Hennig. I want to make him relevant. I mean, normally a guy his age I'd be looking at jobbing, but I mean he's still really good in the ring, and I just think we can do more with him. And I think as well, when we do get to the point where we have an invasion, I just think he'd be kind of, maybe not one of the main players, but I mean it's certainly from a nostalgia point of view, that whole kind of Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig, which way is he going to turn sort of thing. Maybe. I mean, I just want to keep him relevant in case I do sort of want to go in that direction with him. But yeah, he's just here, and he's sort of telling everybody that he wants to be. It's time he got taken seriously. He's a major star, and he's not really been treated very well the last few years. He wants to kind of climb that ladder again, despite his age. Bam Bam Bigelow then takes on Canyon. Terrible match. Canyon gets the win in 4 minutes 59 by a pinfall with a flatliner. Yeah, quite disappointed. I mean, I probably didn't expect them to move the world, but yeah, maybe I didn't really expect anything quite as bad as a 26. This was just to get Canyon a victory and get Bam Bam on the card, really. I mean, it's a shame Bam Bam's 39 now and he's unimportant, because I've always liked Bam Bam. So I think, it would have been nice to kind of do something with him, but he's kind of too old and too low down the card. I mean, at 39, if he was a star or well-known, then that'd be a different story. But yeah, it was just to get Canyon a victory, in all honesty. Sean O'Hare and Chuck Palumbo then cut a self-promo. And again, it's just to get them on the card. There's not much going on in this promo. They are the tag team champions, and they're just cutting a promo to that effect. They're top of the tree as far as tag team is concerned. They don't have many challengers. They don't see themselves losing these belts for quite some time. There's just no one in their league, and that's a rating of 44. The main event, wow, 59. That's poor. I mean, I know Ric Flair's getting on, but I just thought he'd be able to produce a little bit more. Hopefully some pop has rubbed off on Rob Van Dam, though. We did keep him strong in this one. Maybe that's hurt the rating a little bit. I mean, I know I've blocked this off, but Flair had an in-ring performance of 67 and Rob Van Dam had 62. So, but anyway, good wrestling. Good heat and decent wrestling. Flair got the win in 9 minutes 51 by pinfall using underhanded tactics. So yes, he did have to cheat to get the victory and stop RVD from getting that first title shot against Booker T. Post-match, Flair and Booker T beat down RVD in the middle of the ring. Rating of 63. It's still not going to be pretty, guys. 64. A bit better than I think we have been having for Nitro. Yeah. Before I sign off, you probably know now that I've got 3 series on the go: AWA, Revival, this Invasion one, and my original Local to Global. I don't want to get rid of any of those series, but my schedule might need to slow down. I've kind of really caught up now. I'm literally, recording a show that's being uploaded and released and then recording the next one of that series. Whereas I was quite far ahead, but 3 series is actually, quite a lot really to kind of get ahead, and especially, I don't get to record every night. If I did, that'd be a different story, obviously. But yeah, so my schedule might change a little bit. I don't want any of these series to vanish, but I might just have to slow down a little bit. You might not have. I think I was releasing these invasion videos twice weekly. I mean, that might continue for a bit, but you might also find that it slows down a little bit and there'll be bigger gaps. I might also do Raw and Nitro in the same episode going forward. The next episode of this series will be Judgment Day, which will be its own episode. Then possibly I will put Raw and Nitro together, but we'll see. That's for another day. In the meantime, hope you've enjoyed this. Please give a like and subscribe. Thank you to everybody who watches my videos, and everyone who subscribed, everyone who likes and gives a comment. Really means a lot. I mean, I'm not in this for the viewers. It's nice to see them. It's nice, it's great. Look at the view. I mean, my AWA, the first episode, the viewers was fantastic. It's nice to see that. That's not why I'm doing it. I do just enjoy recording my series. I actually go back and watch some of these as well, actually, which I know might sound a bit sad, but I do, and I do enjoy it, and I do appreciate it when people want to interact. So I will sign off now. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.